Welcome back, it's me, Lou. I'm here for another action figure unboxing and review, and today we are looking at Masters of the Universe He-Man, as he's portrayed in the 1987 live-action film by actor Dolph Lundgren. Alright, so as you'll notice, the head sculpt looks nothing like Dolph Lundgren. But beyond that, we're going to take a look at the figure and just, see how well it jives. This video review might be a little bit shorter also. I'm kind of losing my voice, so right now it's a struggle for me to talk. And on top of that, I am like super hungry and my stomach is like growling like crazy. So let's get started. Alright, so as you can see, this is the much larger deluxe sized packaging. He comes with an extra pair of hands. He comes with an alternate portrait that somewhat resembles like normal He-Man as we all know and love. He comes with his blaster and some additional weapons. Again, the head sculpt is terrible. It looks nothing like Dolph Lundgren. I'm not sure if that's an issue because maybe they couldn't get the actor's rights or likeness. Even here, it kind of vaguely resembles Dolph Lundgren, but looks like it's just changed enough. Beautiful illustration on the back. He-Man, the heroic defender of Eternia. The evil Skeletor captured Sorceress and claimed Castle Grayskull as his own. And there's only one hero on Eternia who can save her. He-Man, the most powerful man in the universe. His quest leads him across time and space to a strange planet called Earth. Even in this new world, He-Man embodies the power of Grayskull and proves he is the true master of the universe. Some other figures in the line. We have the live-action Skeletor, which I reviewed, Evelyn, Frosta, Roboto, and Stratos. Alright, so let's get started. And like I said, this might be a shorter review. I'm like struggling to talk right now and my stomach wants food like desperately. So I'm going to try to power through this. Alright, so it's a beautiful figure. Now if you can look past the major flaw, in which is the head sculpt, the figure is this, it's really well done. Beautiful flesh tone, the accessories are nice, the armor and the harnesses are well sculpted. It's cool that they give us, the standard style He-Man looking face. Alright, so let's remove all the plastic ties. Also, I'm loving the detail on the cape on the back. It's really cool how they printed like this gold trim on the bottom. Right, so one thing that's fortunate about He-Man as opposed to Skeletor is that all the plastic ties, these little plastic ties that hold the figure down to the tray. On my Skeletor figure, they actually punched the ties through the cape, so the cape was damaged. But on my He-Man, looks like the only thing holding the cape down is this tape, which is alright. Alright, I think that's all the ties. Alright, so he comes with all these accessories, which is nice. We'll set those aside for now and take a look at the figure. Alright. Alright, my joints are kind of tight. This guy doesn't want to get into like a neutral pose. His arms don't want to move. I have this issue a lot with some of the Masterverse figures, is that right out of the box, some of their joints are really stiff. This guy's arms, dude, these are super tight joints. Which isn't a bad thing, but at the same time, it's almost kind of like, you feel like you're going to break the figure just trying to pose them. Alright, that's the best I could do for now. The head, I know the head's terrible. You know, I think a lot of collectors are even resorting to like eBay and the secondary market to find a replacement for the head. It's just so horrible looking. There's some excess flash on mine too, right there. Let's do a head swap. You know, I think it'll be easier to digest this video if we have the other head on. And this head doesn't want to come off. We might be stuck with this head for this review. Alright, just give me a moment. Holy cow. Alright, this head doesn't want to come off. Alright, I guess we're stuck with it. Alright, so it's kind of stupid that they give you an alternate head, but if you can't even take this one off, what's the point? Unless they expect you to like know that you have to like boil the head to remove it. But that shouldn't have to be the case. Alright, this guy's head doesn't want to come off. I'm not going to force it any further. Alright, let's take a look at the sculpting at least. Alright. The shoulder plates are awesome, as is the centerpiece. As you can see, he comes with a holster, and you can take the blaster and deposit it inside of there, like so. It's kind of a tight fit. Man, nothing on this figure wants to cooperate. What the hell? He comes with scabbards for his knives also. There's one there. I'm assuming it's for this knife right here. Alright, that one fits perfectly. And then there's another scabbard on his boot right there. And you could put this one there. This one's kind of a tight fit. And then there's a sheath on the back. Which, is this for the sword? Oh, okay, this makes sense, right. So, the way you sheath the sword is that you slide it through the top. And then there's a small, like, scabbard at the bottom. And then goes in like so. So that's how you store the sword. But you kind of have to like fish it through the cape, which is kind of annoying, but oh well. And then there's the completed figure. It looks fantastic, with the exception of the head, of course. So looking at it up close, beautiful figure. I just wish I could remove the head. I can't stand it. It looks terrible. The flesh tone is really rich. I love the gold. The accessories are nice. I love the fact that you can store all the accessories on the body. You know, you have the different scabbards, the holster. Really well done. Yeah, it's a beautiful figure. It's just the head. I know the head is it's so annoying that, you know, this figure is so amazing, but the head just ruins it. It's kind of like just bag the head, you know. In terms of articulation, He-Man's head rotates. Arms rotate. They go outward. Bicep cut. Double pinned elbows, pinless design, so it's really clean. He has a cut mid-torso, so you can kind of crunch around and move. Swivel at the waist. Legs kick up. There's a thigh cut, so they can swivel. Double pinned knees, pinless design, articulated ankles, and I think there's a boot cut also, so it swivels. So if you're a fan of the live action film from 1987, I think this is definitely worth the purchase. If you could look beyond the fact that the head sculpt is just terrible looking. It's cool though that they give you an option though to like swap the head out. But as you can see, I can't even remove this head. Mine's like super tight. So for me to remedy this, I'm going to have to submerge his head in hot boiling water. That'll soften up the plastic and the head should just pop right off. Since we're on the subject of the live action He-Man film and Dolph Lundgren, I have this. This came out back in 2019. This is the Masters of the Universe Classics Rebel Leader He-Man, produced by Super 7. And this is Super 7's take on the live action 87 He-Man. It's kind of hard. As you can see, the head is kind of covered up by the masthead, but the likeness, it's a lot better than the Mattel one. It looks a little bit more like Dolph Lundgren. It's not exactly perfect, but it's close enough. He also comes with an alternate portrait, which I can't tell what's going on back here. If you're one of those collectors that actually opened this, chances are you might be able to just take the extra head and just swap it onto the Mattel Masterverse body here. But as you can see here, it's essentially the same character, just produced by two different toy manufacturers. The Super 7 one is definitely a lot more detailed. I'm not sure which one's more accurate to the live action film. And then on the back of the box, you have an illustration of what he looks like. And then Super 7 also produced some other characters from the live action film right there. But it's nice that Mattel's, giving us this figure. This one I think is kind of reasonably priced. When this figure came out in 2019, I remember paying an arm and a leg for this guy. This guy was pretty expensive. But it's cool. It's a cool figure. The detailing's all there. But like I said, it's great that Mattel's giving us an affordable option, even though the head is just terrible looking. Alright, so if I had to rate this figure on a scale of 1 to 10, the head really hurts it. I'm going to say a solid 8 to at the highest, maybe an 8.5. It's not perfect, but it's nice that, with the Masterverse line that they're giving us all these different iterations of He-Man. And it's cool that, they gave us the live action version, even though it doesn't look like Dolph Lundgren. But like I said, some people are resorting online through like eBay to find sellers that are selling custom heads to like, re-swap onto this body, so it's a little bit more accurate. Alright, so let's wrap this video up. Once again, my name is Lou. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning viewer, subscriber, thank you so much for your continued support. I greatly appreciate it. So until the next video, be safe, take care of yourself, buy lots of toys, and most importantly, be happy. And I'll see you at the next one. Alright, later.